Hello everyone, this is Laith Shaya, and I'm making this video today to show you an application that I made specifically for lighting fixtures for electrical contractors. Let's open up the program. Lighting fixtures, being a PM in the electrical construction industry, I know that lighting fixtures are the most painful thing to manage on a project. So I wanted to make an application to take some of that time and give it back to the PM. Basically, something that, what can I do to make it so that the PM is not so involved with lighting fixtures on a job, whether it be takeoff, releasing, issuing a purchase order, inventory tracking. I wanted to kind of just take some of that responsibility off of the PM, because depending on how large the project is, whether it's a hospital or a high-rise hotel, or you may have more than one building, it could be very painful, very long, drawn out, and it doesn't really end until the project is done. So there aren't very many programmers that know what a project manager needs, and there aren't very many PMs that can program. So I wanted to basically, if you want something, you kind of have to just do it yourself. So that's what I did here. When you open up the program, you see there's three sheets: summary, database, and setup. You've got your help menu. You click on help, and general information just tells you what this program does. Again, it helps you take off, purchase, manage, inventory, track, everything in this one program. There's a how to use this application step by step, help menu, and project setup that shows you how to set up the application so that it customizes itself to each project. That's one of the neat things here about this application, is that it's customized to your project. You give it to an admin, she'll go through and set it up, and it'll be specific to your project. Here's another example of how to set up the summary sheet. That's this sheet here. Gives you a picture of what you can do in the, for example here, the summary sheet. You just give the fixture schedule to your admin, and she inputs all the different fixture types and regurgitates exactly what's on the fixture schedule for each type. So the descriptions, and you'll see where this comes in handy. Obviously when you're purchasing, and also you'll see later where it comes in handy. And so this is to set up the setup sheet, which is where you again give the plans to your admin. She goes through the lighting plans and lists all the lighting plans here, and each plan is going to be associated to a level, and each level will be associated to an area. And here is where your project engineer or yourself or your admin can indicate what ceiling types you may have, the different accessories that you're going to need. So let me close the help menu. This is the setup. You can see here I've got the different sheets, the areas, and the levels. Here's my ceiling types. I can add whatever ceiling type I need. So if I have a custom architectural ceiling type, I can just say architectural and add it there. If I need additional accessories, I can just add them here. So once your admin sets up the summary sheet, which is just inputting the different types off the fixture schedule and the description for each one, You come here to your database, and this will be empty. This is where you'll do your takeoff. As you can see, I've already started mine. So I'm going to go down to the bottom, and I'm going to do a fresh takeoff. You just click here. This is your takeoff menu. You select whatever area. So if you select tower, these are the levels associated to the tower that your admin set up under the setup sheet. If you select central plant only has lower level, level 1, and roof. Tower's got lower level 1, 2, and roof in this case. Again, it all depends on your project. So I'm going to choose level 1 tower. Just the drawings that are associated with this level and this area will show up here. So if I choose central plant, level 1, see the drawings change. So I'm going to choose this drawing, and we'll just pretend like I'm looking at a drawing labeled this and this with this level and this area. And I'm going to go through and start doing a takeoff. So we'll say room 1, for example. I'll select a type F1. And here's the nice thing of where the descriptions come into play, is it puts it right here in front of you. You don't even need to look at your fixture schedule anymore. So when I see this, I see it's a 6-inch recessed compact fluorescent downlight. That tells me length is not applicable, but it tells me that I do need to indicate what type of ceiling it is, because, for example, if it's a drywall, the schedule may show that the drywall framing and drywall install is going to happen before ceiling grid goes up. So I'm going to need to release these fixtures before I do the ones that are installed in grid for just-in-time delivery. So that's why you need to indicate the ceiling type. So let's say I've got 3 of them here. When I click add device, it's going to add this to my database. So let me select another type, F24. This is a 2x2 3-lamp recessed fluorescent light. So again, I'll need to indicate the ceiling type. So let's say it's drywall. Let's say I've got 3 of them here. Now, nowhere in this description does it say that this fixture has a dimming ballast. So if your vendor sees this, he's not going to know that you may need a dimming ballast. Say you're looking at the plan and it shows that this fixture is being controlled by a dimming switch. Well, now you need to indicate that you need a dimming ballast, so you select dimming ballast. Now say it's being controlled by two dimming switches. So you now need to tell your vendor it's AB switched. So it's going to have 2 dimming ballasts in this fixture. That way you're not stuck paying change order level pricing down the road, and in order to get the correct amount of dimming ballasts for this fixture. And don't forget about the time that your electrician is going to be spending taking out the old standard ballast and installing the new dimming ballasts in this light. So let's say you need to write an RFI. Here's another nice thing about this program. You click here, you get your screen. Let's write a quick RFI. These fixtures are not shown to be supplied with a ballast in the fixture schedule. However, they are being controlled by a dimming switch in this room. Please advise if the fixture should be supplied with a dimming ballast. Otherwise, please clarify if the dimming switches be changed to standard toggle switches. Again, I mean, you can have an RFI for anything. I'm just using this as an example. So you can either save, or if you need to make changes back on this screen, you can save and go back to the screen and start making changes. Or you can just click add and it'll add the device. See how it added it? And the RFI is down here now. Later on, you can just sort and filter so that all it shows is just the fixtures that have RFIs, and you can print it to a PDF and submit one RFI for all your fixtures on your project. Now here's another neat thing. Notice how when I hit add, it cleared everything and it stayed in the same room. This is I designed it this way so that you can just blow through these, because most likely you're going to have to work, you're going to have more than one fixture type and other items that you'll need to take off in this room. Again, by the way, this program doesn't just take off light fixtures, it also does dimmers, dimming plates, switches, anything that has to do with lighting, even an inverter, lighting control panel, remote override switches, anything that has to do with lighting. So again, I keep it in the same room because it's faster that way. Next time I just need to select a different fixture type and keep going. Another neat thing about the program is this is an exit sign. So it makes exit sign takeoff very simple so that, you know, an intern or an entry-level project engineer can do the takeoff. So you just click on emergency exit sign, and here you select the number of faces. If I select 1, it tells me single face exit sign. So far, that's all we know about it. If I select 2, double face exit sign. So let's select 1. Let's say it's back wall mount. It'll tell me single face back wall mounted exit sign. Side wall mount. Recessed ceiling. Now, since it's a ceiling mount, the ceiling type comes up because ceiling type is applicable now. So I'll need to indicate what type of ceiling. Say it's drywall. And the reason I do it this way is because some of these exit signs, they have special recessed back boxes that you'll need to order in certain cases ahead of time. Exit signs are a real pain because it may seem as if it's a ceiling mount on the drawings, but because of field conditions, your field may move it to the wall. So what I like to do is release my exit signs basically after I have confirmation from the field about how they took the exit signs off in the field. So really, it's my bill of material plus theirs, and that's how I solidify exactly what I need to order. So I chevron right, chevron left, double chevron, or blank. So it tells me single face, recessed ceiling mounted, no chevron. So this is just a standard ceiling mounted exit sign with no arrows. You can hit your quantities, and if you have an RFI, again, you can write an RFI. So I click on add device. There it is. Done.